Assalamu alaikum students. It is time to revise all that we have done in grade 1, from the lovely stories we read together to the fun little poems we sung. We will revise our phonics and grammar, all of which is followed by fun and exciting quizzes. What are we waiting for? Let's begin. We will start our revision with all the fictional stories that we read. I wonder, which one was your favorite? First up is Lost and Found by Oliver Jeffers. In this story, a little boy finds a penguin thinking that it is lost. The boy tries to find his home. When he goes to the South Pole to leave the penguin, he realizes that the penguin is not lost, but is lonely and in need of a friend. This story is a magical tale of friendship. Next, we have The Frog and the Scorpion. In this story, a scorpion asks the frog to take him to the other side of the river by promising not to sting the frog. In the middle of the river, the scorpion stung the frog. When the frog asked why he did it, "Now we will both drown," the scorpion replied, "It's in my nature." Hansel and Gretel. In this story, Hansel and Gretel find a candy house in the forest. This house belonged to a witch. The witch captured Hansel and Gretel. Later, both of them escaped the house by pushing the witch into the oven. I found this story very intense. This is one of my favorite stories, The Ant and the Grasshopper. In this story, a lazy grasshopper rests all summer and makes fun of the ant for working hard. In the autumn, the ant asks the grasshopper to start storing food for the winter, but he still doesn't listen. When winter comes, the grasshopper doesn't have any food. He realizes his mistake and says sorry to the ant. We all have a lesson to learn here. The Quest, a story by Ruth Mertens. In this story, Sara and Molly go on an imaginary quest. They take food and water with them. They get to meet all their favorite cartoon characters and come back home with a shining ruby. Wow, what an amazing journey. I loved reading all those stories. Now, it's time for a quiz. Are you ready? You need to choose the correct answer. You have been given 4 options, but only one of them has the correct answer. After the timer, I will display the correct answer. In the story, The Frog and the Scorpion, what did the scorpion do to the frog? He ate the frog? He stung the frog? He carried the frog? Or did he push the frog? That's right, he stung the frog. Wow, I'm impressed. You did a very good job. In Hansel and Gretel, who did the candy house belong to? The father, Hansel and Gretel, the witch, or the ogre? Right, yes, I remember. It was the witch. Wow, you're a superstar. You're doing pretty good so far. From the story, Lost and Found, why was the penguin sad? He was lost. He wanted fish. He wanted ice. He was lonely. Let's see what the correct answer is. Yes, the penguin was sad because he was. Look at the pictures and sequence the story, The Ant and the Grasshopper. After the timer, I will display the correct sequence. If you still found it difficult, here's a hint. Let's work out the correct sequence. Right. First, the grasshopper rests all summer. When the ant asks him to work hard in the autumn, he still doesn't listen. In the winter, he has no food, and he says sorry to the ant. Wow! Well done! Let's move on to the non-fictional part. First up is Harry and his bucket full of dinosaurs. Harry found some dinosaurs in the attic. He put them in a bucket and took care of them. One day, Harry forgot his dinosaurs on the train station. He was very upset. He went to the Lost and Found and called to the dinosaurs. He became very happy to see those dinosaurs again. A happy ending. Let's see what we have next. Ooh, Sara's Cat by Emily Gravett. Sara's cat plays with wool, rides a bike, has tea parties, draws, climbs trees, and reads bedtime stories. What a fun little cat! We also have Nana, What is an Information Text? A story by Ruth Mertens. In the story, Nana tells Dork that information texts have real facts and figures, headings, pictures, labels, captions, and an index. We also did some facts about cats and dogs. That was really fun. We have stumbled upon another quiz. Let's see how much you have learned. Are you ready? In the story Sara's Cat, what does Sara's cat do? There are 2 correct answers out of the 4 given options. After the timer, I will display the 2 correct answers. Does Sara's cat walk in the park, play with wool, draw, or run on the roof? Yes, Sara's cat plays with wool and draws. Wow, good job! From the story Nana, what is an information text? What are some of the features of an information text? There are 2 correct answers. An index, paintings, facts and figures, or blank pages. Yes, the answer is an index and facts and figures. That was a tricky one, but you did it. Good job! Now, you have to sequence one of my favorite stories, Harry and the Bucket Full of Dinosaurs. You are given 3 pictures. After the timer, I will display the correct order. Let's see. First, Harry found some dinosaurs in the attic. Then, Harry forgot the dinosaurs in the train. And the last, Harry called out the names of the dinosaurs, and they all came back to him. Wow, good job! Give yourself a pat on the back. You have to match the sound of the cat and the dog from the given options. Let's see. The cat says meow, and the dog says woof. Match the animal with the food it eats. What does a cat and dog eat? Let's see. A cat eats fish, and a dog likes eating a bone. Good job! Well done! It's time to look at all of the poems we did in grade 1. First, we had Granny, Please Comb My Hair. We had 5 Little Senses. As Tasty as Picnic by Celia Warren. And Going Through Old Photos. Which one was your favorite? It's time for a short little quiz. Don't worry, it won't be that long. Choose the correct sense. What sense would you use to see the color of a flower? After the timer, I will display the correct result. Yes, your sight. You would see the color of a flower using your eyes. Good job! What sense would you use to feel if a toy is soft? Yes, the sense of touch. Wow, you have got it! What sense would you use to know if a candy tastes sweet? Let's find out. Yes, it's the sense of taste. That was amazing! From the options given below, choose all the things you would take on a picnic. Let's see. You would take a picnic basket, some fruits, and bread for making sandwiches. Wow, I'm impressed. You're doing pretty well. It's time to revise phonics. Here is a sheet where you can find all of those that we have done so far. You can pause the video and read all of them. Let's review some. Cl as in clown. Tr as in tree. Fr as in frog. Air as in pear. Sk as in scarf. Ear as in fear. Let's revise all that we did in grammar. First up is adjective. What is an adjective? An adjective describes a noun. Here are some examples. Sweet, round, green, sad. We have big, small, hot, and cold. We have tall and short. Slow and fast are also some examples of adjectives. Let's move on to punctuation. First, we have a question mark. This is used at the end of a sentence asking a question. Next, we have an exclamation mark. This is used at the end of an exclamatory sentence or statement. Last but not the least, we have full stop. Next, we have conjunctions. The conjunctions that we did are an, or, and but. These join two sentences together to make one complete sentence. Let's revise contractions. A contraction is a shorter way to say two words. An apostrophe will fill the space of the missing letters. Let's see some examples. I am will become I'm. Can you spot the comma that fills in the space of the missing letters? You are will become your. He is, he's. She is, she's. It is, it's. We are, we're. Past tense. The past tense refers to an event that has happened in the past. To form a sentence in the past tense, you have to add ed to the verb. Some examples are talked, jumped, climbed, played, walked, and asked. It's time for a short quiz. Can you spot the contraction, punctuation marks, adjectives, past tense, and conjunction in the given paragraph? After the timer, I will highlight the answers. Sara and Umar walked to the big supermarket. They wanted to buy milk and apples. Sara told Umar that she's tired, but Umar did not listen to her. Let's discuss the answers. Did you spot a contraction in the passage? Right, it's here. She is shortened to she's. How about a conjunction? There were two, and but. Did you spot the adjective? Big. Big is used to describe the supermarket. The big supermarket. How about past tense? There were two words referring to the past tense. Walked and wanted. And last, punctuation. How many punctuation marks did you spot? Right, there were 3. Good job. Looks like you have been practicing. You're getting really good at it. This is a task you will need to do. The worksheet is uploaded on the website. This worksheet has 3 pages. Let's discuss what has to be done on page 1. Question 1. You will need to circle the correct spelling of the name of the picture. You are given 3 pictures, each with 2 options, and only one of them is correct. In question 2, part 1, you are given 2 words, giraffe and car. Beside them are 2 options. What you have to do is match the word with its correct adjective. Question 2, part 2. You will need to circle the correct past tense from the 2 given options beside each word. The words are jump and get. I know my students with brilliant minds will get all correct answers. Let's move on to question 2, part 3. From the 2 given options, you need to take the correct contraction for the words it is and do not. Let's see what exercises are there on page 2. Question 2, part 4. Point 1. Will it rain today? You need to circle the correct punctuation mark that needs to be at the end of this sentence. Your options are a full stop, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. Point 2. Choose the correct conjunction from the given options. I want to eat ice cream and or but I am sick. Question 3. Read the following passage and take the correct option given beside each question. What is the name of Hansel's sister? Is it Gretel or Mary? Their stepmother was very nice or bad. She took them to the garden or forest. We are now on page 3 of the worksheet. Question 4. You have to write a few sentences on birds using conjunction and correct punctuation on the lines given below. You need to write it in joint handwriting and correct formation. Question 5. You will need to type the link in your web browser and listen to a story. You will need to answer questions verbally and recall the story in your own words to your parents. I believe all my students would do this task wonderfully. That is all for today. Thank you.